School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
From the University of Pittsburgh campus and the Peterson Events Center, it is continuing coverage of the WPIAL Basketball Championships presented by Slippery Rock University here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Our second game of our 5-day, day 3 of WPIAL Basketball Championships brings you the Class 2A Boys Championship game. It is the number 2 seeded Fort Cherry Rangers at 23-2 overall, taking on the top overall seed, a team that has won 62 straight games, and the 3-time defending champion, Our Lady of Sacred Heart Chargers. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Peterson Events Center, our continuing and exclusive coverage on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, brought to you today by Slippery Rock University. A rock-solid education begins with a comprehensive learning experience inspired by passionate faculty members and guided by caring support services. You can learn more and visit Slippery Rock University at www.sru.edu/visit. Jaron Steele is alongside Kyle Dawson, along with our fantastic Trib Live High School Sports Network crew. We'll highlight them in a bit. Jaron, this is on paper, a lot of people, despite it being a number 1 and a number 2 seed, thinking that this could be a whitewashing by OLSH. The reason is they've won 62 straight games, and more than half of them have been by 30-plus points. So OLSH trying to win a 4th straight championship. Fort Cherry is trying to win a championship for the second time in school history in their first title game appearance since 1961.
Yeah, it's a tale of two teams. One that's been here and one that hasn't. I mean, you look at Fort Cherry, like you said, 1961. The starting center on that team was Marty Schottenheimer, the former NFL coach. Also, they won that game, so that was their only trip. In fact, that was the only time they had made it until today. So, lot of good history breaking there for Fort Cherry. And then on the other side, also, like you said, guys like Jake DiMichele, Dawson Summers trying to do the quadruple gold club down here in the WPIAL Championship.
And Rocco Spadafora in the mix as well. This OLSH team is very, very talented. The Our Lady of Sacred Heart Chargers score at 77.9 points a game. They allow about 44.3. On the other side, Fort Cherry averaging 60 points a game offensively, allowing near 46. Fort Cherry's going to want to slow things down today and force OLSH into some mistakes, which they don't make too often. Our Lady of Sacred Heart looking again for a 4th consecutive championship. We are going to turn things over to public address announcer Adam Gusky and introduce today's national anthem singer from Our Lady of Sacred Heart High School. It's Zoe Blankenship, before we get you today's starting lineups.
Sports Medicine Basketball Championships. Your paid admission to this event entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of skills developed by students in an educational setting. During all WPIAL events, sportsmanship is an expectation. Please let the players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate, and let the spectators be positive. By meeting the challenge of sportsmanship in the stands, you are providing a sound example for students, as well as representing your school with dignity and pride. Booing, taunting, or intimidating officials is unacceptable behavior and could be grounds for removal from this contest. The WPIAL wishes everyone a positive, exciting, and meaningful championship experience. Follow all the WPIAL action on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at WPIAL7. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this event without the express written consent of the WPIAL is prohibited. And now at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem, performed today by Zoe Blankenship of Our Lady of Sacred Heart High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's brass gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Starting lineups for the Class 2A Boys WPIAL Championship basketball game are presented by Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, a team of professionals working for you. When you're hurt, we're here. Here's Adam Guskin.
3, Maddox Fischel. At guard, a 6'3 senior, number 5, Dylan Rogers. At forward, a 6'1 junior, number 15, Adam Wolf. At guard, a 5'10 sophomore, number 22, Derek Arrett. And at guard, a 5'9 junior, number 25, Owen Norman. Fort Cherry is coached by Eugene Briggs. He is assisted by Vinny Gasbarro, Frank Gasbarro, Kevin Center, Ben Shade, and Alex Ferrari. And now here's the starting lineup for Our Lady of Sacred Heart. At guard, a 6'3 senior, number 0, Jake DiMichele. At guard, a 6' junior, number 1, Rocco Spadafora. At forward, a 6'3 junior, number 4, Bryson Kirshner. At center, a 6'5 senior, number 5, Dawson Summers. And at forward, a 6'3 senior, number 23, Kevin Wilson. The Chargers are coached by Mike Rodriguez. He is assisted by Rick Romsberg, Dave Quinn, Nick Cosent, Jamie Uziel, and Nick Lucchini.
The WPIAL Class 2A Boys Championship game presented by Slippery Rock University here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. For Fort Cherry, the path to the Peat wins over number 15 California, number 7 Winchester Thurston, and number 3 Carlinton. For Our Lady of Sacred Heart, the 3-time defending champion, the path to the Peat is wins over Chartiers Houston, the 16 seed, the 9th-seeded Stowe Rocks Vikings, and the number 4-seeded Greensburg Central Catholic Centurions in a rematch of last year's 2A title game. And now we are underway from the Peterson Events Center. OLSH making its 6th consecutive WPIAL championship game appearance, have won the last 3, lost the first 2 in the first 5 years of this run to Sewickley Academy before upending the Panthers for their first title in this run and a travel on OLSH's first possession. This team likes to run. They like to play up-tempo, the Our Lady of Sacred Heart Chargers. If you're a Fort Cherry fan, a little bit unfamiliar with what the Chargers do. Up-tempo, lots of scoring. They've got a ton of weapons offensively as well. That includes 33-point-a-game scorer Jake DiMichele, who wears number 1 for the Panthers, or rather number 0. Number 1 is Rocco Spadafora. You should know that name, too. His brother Dante, redshirting at West Liberty this year, but was a fantastic player and a big reason why this 62-game win streak is still alive for Our Lady of Sacred Heart. It's Adam Wolf, though, with the first 2 points of the game, and Fort Cherry is on the board. Kyle Dawson, Jaron Steele with you, our Trib Live High School Sports Network crew of Justin LeBar, Jess Levo, Chelsea Roundtree, Alexa Marzino, Colton DeBias, and Ty Polk, all with you here from the Peterson Events Center. This is a third chance for OLSH on the offensive possession. Their second, and Bryson Kirshner is going to head to the free throw line.
Good battle there. Looks like a little tap on the arm puts OLSH on the line. The foul was on Adam Wolf.
Bear with us on the fouls all weekend. They don't put the individual fouls up on any scoreboard here, so we got to bear with us with those. We'll try to get you the knowledge of who committed the foul. First free throw is good for Bryson Kirshner. Second one on the way and true as well. The free throws, that trip brought to you by the law offices of Kapusta and Schweers. Medical malpractice and personal injury cases. There's no risk, no upfront fees. Learn more at kdslaw.offices.com. So 2-2. Minute and 15 into the basketball game.
So far, a couple of good possessions for both sides. Let's see. Yep, there's a turnover.
Well, they like to be active defensively as well. This Fort Cherry team defensively is going to be active and aggressive on top of that. These two teams play really good defense, and we're going to get a quick foul on Kirshner after the miss by OLSH, and it's going the other way down to the Rangers. First foul on Mike Rodriguez's Chargers.
Looked like Wolf just ripped that ball away from one of the OLSH players and said, I'm not giving it back up, and ended up drawing a foul. The one thing about Fort Cherry, though, they've had a different leading scorer in all three of their playoff games. Owen Norman had 40 in the first round. Dylan Rogers had 28 in the second round, and Derek Arrett had 16 in the semis. So they have some balanced scoring, which should probably be huge today.
Big steal by DiMichele going the other way, down into the paint. DiMichele hanging, got it, count it, +1.
We've seen that before, haven't we? A good steal, a nice drive to the lane, through contact, makes the shot.
Derek Arrett picked up his first. Second on the Fort Cherry Rangers. Free throw for DiMichele will rattle in. 3-point play for the 6'3" senior. He is getting some heavy interest to play in college, of course. He's a 33-point-a-game scorer and a guy who has 2,000 points in his high school career. St. Francis RMU looking at him in terms of D1. Lehigh is looking at him as well, and then some of the bigger D2s in the area, Cal U, West Liberty, where his old teammate Dante Spadafora is at, and Seton Hill in there as well. But it's not just DiMichele, it is pretty much every very talented senior in this area. Tough to get D1 looks and D1 offers right now because of the new transfer rules and COVID eligibility. And I was chatting with Mike Rodriguez about that last night in between one of the games here at the Pete. And essentially just said to him, do you think that's everybody or is it just DiMichele? He said, yeah, it's everybody. There's only a handful around the entire district who have accepted an offer to play at the D1 level.
Yeah, you could say the same thing about a Duthero from Quaker Valley. He's another guy who probably should be a Division I player.
Inside, Dylan Rogers has his first 2 points for Fort Cherry. That brings it within one. Step back for Rocco Spadafora. Shot fake into a pass to a baseline drive of Summers. And Dawson Summers, the 6'5" senior center, has 2 points. OLSH by 3. .450 to play, quarter number 1. Fort Cherry under second-year head coach Eugene Briggs. He's a Fort Cherry alum. First 1,000-point scorer in Rangers basketball history on the boys' side. Second stint as the head coach of the Rangers. He coached there for 12 years from 1995 to 2007 before taking over and coaching a decade at Chartiers Houston, also in Washington County. Misrebounded by Rocco Spadafora. He's trying to go coast to coast. Right hand off against the grain there. His shot wouldn't fall. Rebound still loose and kicked around by the Fort Cherry bench. It's going to stay with OLSH.
Yeah, it looked like it hit off one of the Rangers' feet, I should say. Foots is not a word.
Hey, it's a long day, Jared.
It's
been a
it's
long
just beginning
weekend.
for it. It has been. I got to watch at home like a lot of people are right now last night. That 5A game, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, what a basketball game that was. That lived up to the hype and then some. Jake DiMichele with 2 more. Thank you. That's what I get for trying to do some social media on top of it. I did a lot of hats today.
Man of many talents, including multitasking. Oh, that was a nice little pass inside. Nowhere to go with it, though. This is what you're talking about, Kyle. Slow it down, patience.
Well, and this is what they want to do, too. Eugene Briggs told us the best offense or the best defense for us in this game is good offense. And they're trailing by 5 in the early going, but if you don't allow a team that averages nearly 80 points a game to really get going, that's obviously going to help out your cause. They turn it over there. They also said we need to limit the turnovers. That's a couple on that offensive end, including before that three-point play by DiMichele.
And he's been the one that's stolen them, too. DiMichele both times. Got his hand on that one. Nice pass inside. This could be the second foul on Adam Wolf.
Check it out. Good entry pass. A couple of layup or free throw opportunities for Kirshner.
His second foul, so he'll check out.
We'll get the free throws after the media timeout. It is a Mr. Water Heater timeout. As we take a timeout, let's take time to tell you about our friends at Mr. Water Heater. Mr. Water Heater crushes the competition when it comes to new water heater installation. Visit MrWaterHeater.com for pricing or get a quote over the phone. Call Mr. Water Heater 412-823-6000. That's 412-823-6000. Mr. Water Heater, keeping water hot.
Well, so far, Kyle, it's been what we expected. Jake DiMichele's made an early impact, but Fort Cherry is kind of like what I saw with Mount Lebanon the other night when they played against North Hills. They tried to run the weave and slow it down, and they knew that North Hills could get out and run and put you away real quick. So kind of a similar approach here, but you got to make shots for that to work. You got to attempt shots first. You can't be turning the ball over like they have thus far. But yeah, I'm sure they're just trying to get out of this first quarter with a couple more buckets and keep it close. Because the longer you keep it close, the more dramatic it becomes for everybody watching at home and for us up here.
We'll take dramatic. Believe me, we're not going to complain if this isn't a 30-point win for OLSH like over half of the 62 straight wins have been.
This year, I believe they've won every game by 10 points or more.
In this 62-game streak, it's 4 that have been decided by less than double digits. First free throw good for Kirshner, makes it 10-4. And Bryson Kirshner, the 6'3" junior, toeing the line for number 2. It's off the front iron, out, and a foul. I believe they're going to get Rocco Spadafora here at 2:50 of the first quarter.
Yeah, over the back, what they're going to call.
Fort Cherry inbound down the floor. They're going to need some more offense quickly. This Fort Cherry team can score at about 61 a game. Jaron mentioned 3 different leading scorers in the playoffs so far. How about Owen Norman's 40 against the California Trojans in the 80-52 first round win. There's a 3-ball. Dylan Rogers has 5.
That's how you stick around. Make long shots like that whenever the defense kind of lags off you a bit.
Layup will go home. Dawson Summers up to 4 points. And the lead's back to 5.
Yeah, God, they just got some size inside that's going to be tough to deal with Summers. Bryson Kirshner, they're just probably players that Fort Cherry hasn't seen this year, that height. Most of their guys right around that 6-foot range, so they're giving up 3 to 4 inches to those guys.
Three on the way from the corner again from Rogers. Offensive rebound, though, off the miss into another launch from near the top of the key. That came from Owen Norman, no good. And here comes DiMichele up the floor for the Chargers. Nice pass inside, looking for Kirshner. Dumped off to the opposite block and just outside the paint. Summers knocks it home off the window. 6 for him.
Yep, so far it's him and DiMichele and Kirshner have scored for OLSH, but they've gotten some easy buckets inside. There's a foul there on Kevin Wilson. That's the third team foul by my count for Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. Looks like we have our first substitute for Our Lady of the Sacred Heart is Lucas Dashner has come into the game.
Swing it to the corner. Into a baseline drive for Norman. Will kick it back outside. Away to the top for Truschel. Drive down toward the block. He tried to skip it to the man on the opposite block. He was looking for Cornally, but out to the corner into a 3-ball attempt again. That's no good, and a foul will send things the other way. Rocco Spadafora had the rebound, and he was hacked. 4th team foul against Fort Cherry in the first half. And go against Rogers.
You see on this replay there, he wrapped them up after trying to get to that offensive rebound. Easy call for our officials.
Left wing triple. Good for Summers to lead the pack with 9. That's OLSH's first 3. They can shoot it from out there. 11 3-balls in the semifinal win against Greensburg Central Catholic. OLSH led 15-0, 23-5, and 33-12 in that game before running away with it. That just shows you the firepower this team has playing a really good Greensburg Central team. 3 from the corner, and there's the answer for Shane Cornally.
Yeah. Nice contribution off the bench. Second 3 that Fort Cherry's hit tonight. You feel like they're going to have to hit some to stay with OLSH because you know they're most likely going to get their points.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter as the ball gets tipped out of bounds. With the score, Our Lady of Sacred Heart 17, Fort Cherry 10. That's not right, is it?
Yep.
It is right, 17-10. Our Lady of Sacred Heart leads as we head to quarter number 2 on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, presented by Slippery Rock University.
It starts with a dream, and then something, someone, or someplace happens. That is the difference between those who dream and those who make it happen. An experience where you are pushed, challenged, knocked down, picked up, encouraged to do better and to be better. Make your dreams happen at Slippery Rock University. Experience the difference.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases, but most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis.
We meet directly with our clients, including a free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case.
If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Back at the Pete on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. I did that 3 times the other night on Thursday. Come back from break and don't unmute my mic and start talking. It's been a long weekend. That's all I can say. 3 more coming up after this one. 4A, 5A girls follow at 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock. Then the 6A boys championship game will round us out to complete the 12 contests this weekend here at the Peterson Events Center. Jaron Steele alongside Kyle Dawson. 2A boys championship on the floor right now. Inside, nice up and under move and the reverse lay-in for Dylan Rogers to start quarter number 2.
That was a nice little move. He's got 7 to lead the Rangers so far.
(17-10) after a quarter. Now the 5-point deficit. That's right back to 7. Jake DiMichele with the move inside.
When he can shoot as well as he can from the outside, he's going to draw some frozen feet and some elevation from defenders, and he's going to be able to drive right by like he did right there.
Young man's pretty good at basketball, isn't he? 2,000 points over the course of his high school career plus. Helping this OLSH team to 3 championships. If the Chargers can win today, get this, 4 in a row, but all the seniors on this team, 4 titles at the district level. It doesn't happen very often.
There's no doubt about that. Another team that's got a chance to do that today is Chartiers Valley.
Yep. The girls under Timmy McConnell against South Fayette in our 5 o'clock matchup today. Inside move. Truschel going to the basket, rejected away. DiMichele past the timeline for OLSH. Oh, nice move. Right-handed layup. Stand out. Chris Lackner will enjoy that one.
That was beautiful. Like you say, he's just so tough because he can shoot from deep, and he's got some really good moves to the rim. And there's Spatafor getting in the way of a ball. And there comes DiMichele again.
Fouled? Well, they got it, too. And he'll go to the free throw line.
This trip to the free throw line is brought to you by the law offices of Kapusta and Schweers. Medical malpractice and personal injury cases. There is no risk and no upfront fees. Learn more at kdslawoffices.com. So far, 5 for 5 from the line. 6 for 6 for LA Sacred Heart. 3 for 3 for DiMichele.
He's got 11 points already as well. And they get a quick turnover again, make that 13th. It's just too easy at times for DiMichele. I mean, we see this OLSH team, and I mean, no disrespect to Fort Cherry, because, listen, the Rangers are 23-2 for a reason. They're the 2 seed for a reason. That was what Mike Rodriguez sort of said. We're not taking them lightly, but when you win 62 straight games, bottom line is you know how to get it done. 3 straight championships. They've won all but 4 of those games, so 58 have come by double digits. They just blitz teams. That's just what OLSH has done over the last 4 seasons. Even you go back this is the 6th season, and they've been in the championship in a row. You go back the whole way there, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, they have lost some players in this run, like Rocco's older brother, Dante, but whenever you can replace a Spatafor with another Spatafor.
Well, and I found the quote good that Mike Rodriguez gave after the semifinal win as well. He said, Rocco's no longer Dante's little brother. I mean, Rocco's been good over the course of his 3 years, but Rocco with a good performance, 20 points in that semifinal win over Greensburg Central Catholic, including hitting 3 threes in a row to start the contest and 4 total in the first quarter.
Yeah, he hasn't scored today, but you notice him out there all the time. He's really been really good on defense, made a couple of good passes. He's just a strong player, and he's one of the few that are going to be coming back next year. A lot of these guys seniors.
Imagine that success keeps up for Mike Rodriguez. What a 10-year tenure he's had so far with OLSH. When you make the final 6 straight years, you're doing something right. Bucket for Truschel. For Fort Cherry, cuts into the lead. It's down to 11. And the rebound inside. Quick transition chance. Long outlet pass. Nice feed. And Cornally at the cup.
That was, he got out there quickly, but that was a perfect pass, like you said. Put it right on, right like he was a wide receiver going in for a touchdown.
Lay in, battled around the rim and fell out, and then they're going to get Summers for a foul. The Fort Cherry basketball, a couple of substitutions for OLSH. Brad Vaughn Jr. in there, 44 in the white jerseys, as well as, I think Kevin Wilson returned. Lucas Dashner's in there as well for OLSH.
Quick turnover right back on the travel. Failed to take advantage of that missed shot from Our Lady of the Sacred Heart.
There's Vaughn. DiMichele with a runner. That won't go. Clanked it off the back iron. Rebounded by Truschel. 9-point game. Fort Cherry trying to cut into the deficit. Had it poked away from behind, but they say body or arm as well, and that'll be committed by Dashner. 5th against the Chargers, I believe. We're just going to have to bear with us on the foul situation. We get box scores at the breaks, but
I have the same as you, so I don't. We could be both wrong though. Who knows? We're going to take a break.
I don't even try. Media timeout with our friends at Mr. Water Heater. Back in a moment.
Water heater emergencies don't happen at the best times.
Honey, the
Get down here quick.
At Mr. Water Heater, you'll talk to a real person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When the last thing you need to worry about is your hot water tank. And for quality service and better than competitive pricing,
call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases, but most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis.
We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case.
If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Back at the Peterson Event Center, 2A Boys Basketball Championship presented by Slippery Rock University here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. SRU graduates are well-rounded and prepared to thrive in the workforce without the burden of tremendous debt. The SRU difference is career preparation, expert faculty, and a best value institution. Visit www.sru.edu/visit to learn more or visit the school. The Rock. We've got a foul, and this, on the board it says the 5th against OLSH. We've got, this is the 7th, or the 6th against the Chargers.
Yeah.
But I guess we have to go with what the arena says. It'll be Fort Cherry with a baseline inbound, though. Fort Cherry trying to hang around. To their credit, they have so far. Not many teams do that for very long against this OLSH team over the last 5 seasons, especially over the last 62 games. All wins for Our Lady of Sacred Heart, a WPIAL record. The state record is 68. So today would be 63. If OLSH wins a state title this year, they would tie that at 68 consecutive wins. There's 5 PIAA playoff games to get to a championship and win a championship. You got to win 5 times. Those start on Wednesday. The winner of this game will play the District 6 4th place team. The loser of today's contest plays the 3rd place finisher from D10 in the first round on Wednesday. And we're putting out on our social media as well. You'll be able to check out the district's website as well. But the PIAA qualifiers are going out after every single game at the Pete on our Twitter at TribLiveHSSN. DiMichele rebounds the miss. He's got 13 points, 3 minutes to play in quarter number 2. Outside 3, Spadafora too short. And it goes down to Fort Cherry on the air ball.
Kyle, we've seen a few games this week. Sometimes it's hard for these high school kids to adjust to this backdrop. Especially, OLSH, they've been here 3 years in a row, but they weren't here last year. And they didn't play anywhere probably except for Hershey that had a backdrop like the Peterson has.
This goes down to OLSH off, hands out of bounds. Yeah, we talk about that all the time here at the Peterson Event Center, and coaches talk about that. It's usually a big factor for the teams who are playing here for the first time. Fort Cherry, none of the players on Fort Cherry's team have ever played a basketball game here, which it doesn't seem like it's impacting either team too much, but the backdrop's tough. That empty void behind the basket is tough. Some high schools rather, as a three's launched from the corner by Norman, but an offensive rebound will give Fort Cherry a second chance. Some of the backboards in the high school level aren't glass backboards either.
Yeah.
So that can make a difference. Trying to check on the basket. Norman misses again from 3. He's had a couple opportunities out there that have gone by the wayside, and OLSH trying to extend its lead back to double digits inside of 2 minutes and a half. Fort Cherry hasn't been to a championship game since 1961. The Pete didn't exist back then.
They played at Fitzgerald Fieldhouse.
Nice save by DiMichele for Vaughn right in front of his own bench, and now DiMichele's looking for it going down the floor. Vaughn doesn't see him. Gonna pop it from about 10. Won't go. Rebound for Kirshner inside. Tried to dump it off to Vaughn again. Got it back. Another floater on the way. Too strong. Rebound still loose over to the sideline, and it's going to stay with the Chargers.
See here, there's probably 2 or 3 cracks at it for Our Lady of the Sacred Heart down low, but they'll get a 4th here because they get the ball in inbound.
DiMichele on the way home and cut down as he went to the basket. Smart foul, but banged up after committing the foul as Dylan Rogers. He got a piece of the arm of DiMichele. And getting checked on by the athletic trainers. Here's the replay. You see just chopping down on that elbow of DiMichele, and it's the right leg ankle area for Rogers, asking for help to get up. Doesn't look like he can put much weight on that, if any at all.
Well, that's hopefully he can get back in there, because that'd be a huge loss for Fort Cherry. He leads the team in scoring so far with 7.
And DiMichele headed to the free throw line. Trips to the free throw line today, all of them, brought to you by the law offices of Kapusta and Schwiers. Medical malpractice, personal injury cases, no risk, no upfront fees. You can learn more by visiting kdslaw.offices.com. First one goes for DiMichele. He is perfect at the free throw line. Presented by Kapusta and Schwiers. Again, that URL, K as in kangaroo, and then Delta and Shield, lawoffices.com. DiMichele hits on the second. Unfortunately, as much as I can say Delta and Shield, I can't say the first 5 letters would make Justin LeBar happy down there. He's running one of our cameras today. How about that leadership? General Manager Justin LeBar is on one of our handhelds downstairs on the floor.
Yeah, he's working hard. Hey, everybody here is. We got all kinds of good crew all over this place.
They've put in a shift.
Yes, they have. Well,
7 games the last 2 days, 1 already today, 3 more after this one. You ain't going to find a better crew around this area to bring you high school sports. That's not just defending the Shield either. This network, we do it right.
Yep.
Derek Arrett against Vaughn. Had to kill his dribble. Fort Cherry slowed things down, probably trying to hold for the last shot here, despite the deficit being 11. I don't think you want it to get any wider.
Well, if they can get one here, then you're inside 10 points going into halftime.
And I think you like that spot if you're Eugene Briggs. But a turnover. Vaughn the other way. Up and under move. Nice finish for Vaughn. He's got his first 2. Down to 2 seconds. Half court heave on the way. I don't know what happened there, but it is not going to fall. Halftime score, Our Lady of Sacred Heart 29, Fort Cherry 16. You are watching the 2022 WPIAL Class 2A Boys Basketball Championship presented by Slippery Rock University, all on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases, but most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis.
We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case.
If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
It starts with a dream, and then something, someone, or someplace happens. That is the difference between those who dream and those who make it happen. An experience where you are pushed, challenged, knocked down, picked up, encouraged to do better and to be better. Make your dreams happen at Slippery Rock University. Experience the difference.
That was awesome.
When choosing a college, I wanted a school that moved me forward. At Seton Hill University, I'm a part of a welcoming community that celebrates a long history of preparing students to transform the world. With small class sizes and easy access to scholarships and aid, Seton Hill gives me the confidence, skills, and opportunities to take my future into my own hands. Plus, with an award-winning career services center right here on campus, I know I'll be supported, both as a student and after I graduate in whatever path I choose. Are you ready to move forward?
Back on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, our halftime show begins. We'll go through some of the numbers here in a few moments, but a first half that if Fort Cherry is going to win this basketball game, and it's a 13-point deficit at the break, they can't have quarters like the second quarter where OLSH outscores them 12-6. Again, Eugene Briggs told us, and he's right about this, the best defense for Fort Cherry today is offense, and Fort Cherry trailing by 13, only 16 points and a half, isn't going to get it done against a team like OLSH. Again, no knock on Fort Cherry. It's just how good the Chargers are. And, I mean, they're on a 62-game win streak for a reason, Jaron.
Yeah, the toughest one was the last possession of the half where they tried to hold for one, try to cut it to within 10 points, and then end up turning it over. Now they go into the locker room down 13. And, yeah, it's a tough one. But, I mean, Jake DiMichele's been all over the place. Rocco Spatafor as well on defense. Both of those guys creating turnovers and quick transition buckets. That's another thing that Fort Cherry's going to have to cut out in the second half. They can't give up any of these quick transition shots, or it's going to be too big of a hill to climb.
A 29-16 lead for the Chargers. The boxes have not arrived yet, but scoring-wise, we can tell you the game is led by Jake DiMichele with 15 points. Dawson Summers has 9. Those all came in the first quarter for the Chargers, and 3 points for Kirshner, 2 for Brad Vaughn Jr. there at the end of the half. For Fort Cherry, Dylan Rogers, 7, Shane Cornally, 5, 2 apiece for Maddox Truschel and Adam Wolf. That totals up to 16 and 20. I have 29 for OLSH as well. Look at me. I can do math.
Hey, good on you.
Doesn't happen very often that I can do math. The first appearance for the Fort Cherry Rangers in a WPIAL championship game since 1961. Jaron mentioned at the top, if you missed it, you might know the name Marty Schottenheimer. He was the starting center on that Fort Cherry basketball team that won a WPIAL and state championship in 1961. Eugene Briggs, who's the head coach now in what is in essence his 14th season with the Rangers, but his second in this stint. He was a toddler when Fort Cherry won that championship, of course, in the Fort Cherry School District, and eventually became the first boys basketball player to score 1,000 points for the Rangers. And Briggs had a pretty good tenure over 10 years at Chartiers Houston back for last season, and this is the second straight playoff appearance for the Fort Cherry Rangers. On the other side, 3 championships in a row for OLSH, 6 consecutive title game appearances. The first 2 losses to Sewickley, 3 wins since then, and 62 wins in a row, and they're looking to do it again. All but 4. 58 of the 62 games have been by double figures, the ending result for OLSH, and more than half of them have been by 30-plus points. Their average margin of victory is more than 30 points over the course of the last 62 games, and they haven't lost in the last 62 games. It's just been an incredible run for OLSH.
Yeah, and it's especially been dominant this year. Their second game of the year, they played Franklin Regional. They won by, I think it was 12 points. Everything else, they've won by 20. So it's like, it's amazing, really. I mean, I got to see Stowe Rocks play Springdale in the first round of the playoffs, and I was like, oh, this team, they look pretty good. And then they go out and beat them 87-44 to OLSH in the next round.
It's just the Chargers, and right now the OLSH way, trying to get to that state record, 68 straight wins with a state championship this year. Then all eyes would be on number 1 next year to try to set a new state record if that does indeed happen. We've got the second half coming your way. We'll take one more break, step aside, return to you with third quarter action. It's presented by Slippery Rock University. Today, the Class 2A WPIAL Basketball Championship on the boys' side. It's presented by SRU on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
It starts with a dream. And then something, someone, or someplace happens. That is the difference between those who dream and those who make it happen. An experience where you are pushed, challenged, knocked down, picked up, encouraged. To do better and to be better. Make your dreams happen at Slippery Rock University. Experience the difference.
Excella Health wants to know, how can we help you today? Can we help you find a doctor? Schedule a same-day appointment. Choose just the right service for your health concern? As your healthcare partner, Excella offers hundreds of primary care and specialty doctors, along with outpatient testing, rehab, and nationally recognized heart care, surgery, and orthopedics. To learn more, visit excellahealth.org or call 1-877-771-1234.
Water heater emergencies don't happen at the best times.
Honey, there's no hot water.
Mom, the water's freezing.
Get down here quick. At Mr. Water Heater, you'll talk to a real person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When the last thing you need to worry about is your hot water tank. And for quality service and better than competitive pricing.
Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater.
What can you expect at Seton Hill University?
An opportunity to transform the future.
A leader in innovative and mobile technology.
A personalized education tailored to your interests and your goals.
A welcoming community.
A big step up to your dream career.
As a nationally recognized Catholic liberal arts university, Seton Hill pushes your education, your abilities, and your career to a higher level. Seton Hill University. This way up for progress, possibility, and a brighter future.
Back on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, just about set for the third quarter. We've got a unique situation going on here with the Ranger from Fort Cherry. Jaron has more.
Well, Kyle, the Ranger was retired for 16 years until this young man here, Jonathan Post, decided he was going to bring it back. I want to give a credit to Catherine Mansfield from the Observer Reporter, where I found this story last night. It's pretty cool. He went to the school board and principal, Dr. Trish Craig, said, hey, that Ranger costume has been locked in the janitor's closet for 16 years. I think we ought to bring that back for the playoffs. And then they kept it a secret, and whenever the playoffs started, the first home game, he came walking out onto the court and got a really great ovation from the student section and the parents that were in attendance as well, and the other fans. So I thought that was pretty cool. Somebody with some school spirit there, Jonathan Post.
I need a mascot at the Washington Wild Things.
Well,
I might have to talk to my guy.
Yeah, there you go.
The conversation. He'd be a little more hidden than in the Ranger outfit and the Wild Thing suit, but you know, got to wear the hats everywhere, and you can always be on the lookout. It's a cool story, though.
Have you ever been in one of them mascots?
Oh, it's terrible. Too hot.
Holy cow.
Too hot.
You're not kidding. Yeah. And then for us,
I'm already way too out of shape as it is, let alone put on that mascot suit in 90-degree weather. It's brutal.
Yeah, for us it's baseball. Well, it was for me. Still for you, baseball season so it was always so hot. Not for me, but good on Jonathan.
Back underway here. 3-ball launched in and out off the back iron. Cornally the long rebound for Fort Cherry. Trying to settle back in here. Trailing by 13. Only 16 points in that first half for the Rangers, and DiMichele couldn't save his near steal.
Fortunately for Fort Cherry, I don't see Rogers out there. So he went down the second quarter.
Yeah, that would be why Cornali's out there. That's in and out. Offensive rebound, put-back chance. That got blocked from behind, I think, out of the hands of Wolf. And DiMichele had the glass and flipped it to Rocco Spatafor to bring it past the timeline.
It looks like he is sitting there waiting to come in, though, is Rogers. So that's a good sign for Fort Cherry. Their travel.
And there he comes. 7 points in that first half for Dylan Rogers.
Just caught the tail end of it there, but must have shoveled the feet before he took the shot.
And right around the free throw line to our left. From high above. Decent crowd on hand here for the 2A Boys Championship. Expecting another big one for the 6A Boys later. North Hills and Fox Chapel. Blackhawk and Knock girls in 4A follow this one, and then Chartiers Valley South Fayette girls in 5A at 5 before that Fox Chapel and North Hills contest. Down the floor goes Spatafor to the short corner for Summers. Will pull from just outside the paint and miss. And Fort Cherry comes away with it.
Yeah, Fort Cherry's made a couple of stops. They got to get some points, though. They've hit a dry spell since that first quarter. Just 3 made field goals in the second.
That pass got deflected and out of bounds off Summers. Going to stay with the Rangers here.
You know, we talk a lot about, and I'm not just talking about you and me, but in general, people talk a lot about our OLSH's ability to score, but they get their hands in passing lanes on defense, too.
Nice move inside, but left a little bit short. Summers couldn't track it down. Nice hustle by Truschel to get it back. And a 3 from the top. Rogers clanks it home. Deficit is back to 10 off the Rogers triple, his second of the game.
Deep 3, too. He's got 10, and looking to match him is DiMichele, but he can't get it to go.
Wolf the rebound, and a chance to get it back to single digits for Fort Cherry. Thought Rogers was going to try that again. That would have been a deep 3 there. Instead passed it up. Now has it back. And good move inside, just no finish. And DiMichele coming the other way. Skip pass and ball put home by Kirshner. 5 for the junior. 12 points the lead again.
Here comes DiMichele into your screen. You think, oh, he's going to take it in. No, they get to pass it off to Kirshner, who lays it in for the easy score. Oh, Rogers with the bank.
It may be Saturday at 1:45 p.m. Believe it or not, the bank is open. 9-point game.
Yeah, that was a second 3 of the quarter. There's a and 1.
Going the other way. Nice answer for DiMichele. He'll have another opportunity at a 3-point play here. Check it.
Well, yeah, moving all the way there was Truschel. Easy call. Good finish again through contact. We've seen DiMichele do that a couple times here in this game. And, yeah, we never got any box score at halftime, did we?
Yeah, it happens.
That's all right.
They were running out of paper at the end of the first game. They had to restock the paper. They probably got it over at the media area.
Good news is we can keep score.
We can. We can do that ourselves. A trip to the free throw line brought to you by the law offices of Kapusta and Schweers, by the way. Medical malpractice, personal injury cases. Slow down, Kyle. There's no risk, no upfront fees. Learn more at kdslawoffices.com. 3 missed by DiMichele, who has 18 points now after that 3-point play ahead of the floor. A travel on the outlet for Norman, who is still scoreless today, and Eugene Briggs not happy with that whistle and call.
We needed one dribble, then take it in. He thought he could take it in on 2 steps, but that was not the case. Another great outlet pass, though. We saw that in the first half for Fort Cherry. It led to a bucket.
Pull from outside the free throw line. They're going to get I don't know if it's a late foul necessarily, but on the follow for Kevin Wilson hacked, and he's going to head to the free throw line. I'm not even going to attempt to figure out who has the fouls at this point. That is our Under 4 Media timeout as well here in the third quarter. We take a timeout on the floor. Let's take time to tell you about our friends at Mr. Water Heater. Mr. Water Heater crushes the competition when it comes to new water heater installation. Visit MrWaterHeater.com for pricing or get a quote over the phone. You can call Mr. Water Heater at 412-823-6000. Mr. Water Heater, keeping water hot.
Well, seems like Fort Cherry, every time they get a little bit closer, then Jake DiMichele answers. He's been, he's got 18 of the 34, so just a little bit more than half of the points for the Chargers here. On the other side, Rogers has 13 of the 22, so he also has more than half.
Encourage you to stick around for the other 3 championship games, not only because our crew's doing a great job and putting in a lot of hard work to bring you them, but because I think you're going to get 3 good basketball games. Blackhawk and Knock next. Chartiers Valley, South Fayette have been close both times. The Colts looking for a 4th straight championship, as is OLSH in our game. And then North Hills and Fox Chapel. It's been a long time for those 2 teams since winning a WPIAL championship, at least one of them. North Hills has never won a boys basketball championship, and it has been since 1978 for Fox Chapel. Fox is in it for the first time since 98. First free throw, in fact, both go for Wilson. Good day at the free throw line for OLSH. I have just one miss, the Kirshner second in his second trip.
Yep. I'm with you there. And actually, Fort Cherry, I don't have them attempting a free throw yet in this game.
Nope. Out to the wing. Good closeout to not allow space for that 3, and then a rejection by OLSH's Summers. Push it out of bounds toward the cheerleaders. Check it out.
He was worried about DiMichele, looking to get contact, didn't get it. He waited for him to come back down.
I think he did get contact. It just wasn't hard enough to get a foul call. 3's missed, still loose on the floor. Wolf able to get it back, and from his behind trying to get it out to somebody, and still loses. DiMichele rips it away, but right into the hands of a Ranger, laid up and in. Nice play by Truschel to grab the pass and lay it home.
That was a little bit of chaos there, but he found the antidote, getting that nice steal and easy bucket.
Into the corner, DiMichele from 3, off the front iron, punched out of bounds, and there seems to be some confusion for a moment. Now it's going to stay with OLSH.
There's the look at that chaos there. Nice little steal by Truschel, and the easy bucket gets the reward. One thing about DiMichele today is his 3-point shot has not been on. That's about the only thing you can say that hasn't gone right for him here today. Cornali back into the game for Cherry.
Battle around the rim fell out for Kevin Wilson, trying to knock it down from distance. Stays 12. 2.5 to go, third quarter. It's been a lot less. Credit the Fort Cherry defense. They've done a pretty good job, all things considered, against OLSH. Listen, this is a team that scores 80 points a game, nearly. They've held them to 36 through late stages of the third quarter. Rogers again from 3, too strong that time. And DiMichele coming the other way. That ball was out of his hands for a moment before he got it back, and now he's headed to the stripe for his efforts.
Watch. It's kind of you're right. It kind of gets
it's out of his hands. He just catches it out of the air before trying to put it back up.
Suspended in air there. There's another trip to the free throw line brought to you by the law offices of Caputa and Schweers. Capusta and Schweers, I beg your pardon. Medical malpractice and personal injury cases. There's no risk and no upfront fees. Learn more at kdslawoffices.com. Did you make the first one?
He did.
Okay.
He's got 19 points, and he is now 7 for 7 at the free throw line. I was going to wait to say it, because now I'm going to get blamed for him missing it. Even though the broadcaster's jinx does not exist.
It does in some people's minds.
Now I'm going to get blamed. The OLSH fans on Twitter are going to come at us.
I'm sure they'll forget about it here in about 9 minutes or so.
9 minutes and 50 seconds if OLSH can hang on. Ball's turned over. That was the one thing we said that Fort Cherry definitely needed to avoid, and especially in this third quarter, if you're going to make a comeback attempt and run, you can't have those, I don't want to call them lazy turnovers, but those unforced errors that result in turnovers and give the ball back to the potent offense that OLSH has.
Yeah, and you thought maybe when Rogers hit them 2 threes, maybe they had something going, but they haven't scored. They had one other bucket in the quarter. That was the steal by Truschel right underneath the basket.
Good feed inside. First bucket since the first quarter for Dawson Summers. He's up to 11.
Yeah, I think this is the largest lead of the game, 15 points for Our Lady of the Sacred Heart.
Summers averaging, Mike Rodriguez said these are approximate numbers. Don't quote me on them. I'm going to quote him on them anyway. He said about 14 points a game for Summers, but they have 3 guys that score in double figures. Spadafora at 13, who has not scored today. Summers at 14, and DiMichele around 33 as DiMichele finishes at the cup. He's got 21 now. And then they've got 2 that are near 10, and Kevin Wilson and Bryson Kirshner. All their starters average at least 8 points a game. That's nuts. That tells you how good the offense has been this year for the Chargers. Into the corner, 3 ball on the way. That's off the mark, left of the mark, and rebounded by Cornally into another 3. That's off the back iron, and DiMichele is there. They're going to have some of those outside shots if they're going to make a comeback attempt. There's Spadafora trying in and out from distance, and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Follow. That's Truschel.
Yeah, he's got 6 today. 15 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
DiMichele with 2, tie up with 1.1, and the arrow belongs to Fort Cherry.
That really doesn't make much of a difference now. They give him a second, and then at the end of the quarter, OLSH will get the ball and start the fourth. So
long heave and a little short. With the score, Our Lady of Sacred Heart 41, Fort Cherry 26, the fourth quarter of the Class 2A Boys Basketball Championship from the Peterson Event Center, presented by Slippery Rock University on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, comes your way next.
What can you expect at Seton Hill University?
An opportunity to transform the future.
A leader in innovative and mobile technology.
A personalized education tailored to your interests and your goals.
A welcoming community.
A big step up to your dream career.
As a nationally recognized Catholic liberal arts university, Seton Hill pushes your education, your abilities, and your career to a higher level. Seton Hill University. This way up for progress, possibility, and a brighter future.
Back on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, start of the fourth quarter. You see these T-shirts the We Believe for Big Al. That is the late father of Our Lady of Sacred Heart basketball player Al Magnelli Jr. Al, the junior and senior, who has unfortunately passed away, died on January 13th while hospitalized after a car accident that he and his son were in on the way to one of the OLSH Chargers basketball practices. Now, they've dedicated this season, and keeping in mind, and the quote is actually really cool from Mike Rodriguez, throughout this 62-game win streak, it was a big note for Al Magnelli Sr. when this season started. He had talked to all the guys and always at the games, front row, obviously involved in the program as this is tipped home by Summers to start the fourth quarter. He said, we're going to get that streak, and certainly OLSH did in terms of the WPIAL record, tied the record with their 52nd win in a row on January 24th and eventually got their 53rd on January 28th. That was after the passing of Al Magnelli Sr. from the injuries in that car accident that were sustained. And Mike Rodriguez, after they set that record, said, we haven't really thought about the streak, but we're doing it with heavy hearts right now. He said, forget about what you're playing for. Think about who you're playing for. And that 51 on the back of the T-shirts is Al Magnelli's football number that the Our Lady of Sacred Heart Chargers have started the dawn on those jerseys and playing this season now in remembrance of Big Al. A pretty cool story that comes out of the OLSH program after, obviously, what is a tragic circumstance. And they've rallied around that, and this team has gotten that extra motivation, not only to just win a championship. That's obviously motivation enough for most teams, but playing for the memory of their teammate's father. It became a big story when they were in the process of setting the title. And is obviously carried over here to the Peat. Three ball missed by Fort Cherry. DiMichele there on the glass. Jake DiMichele around that time quoted saying that the younger Al Magnelli Jr., his best friend, he said, we've had a rough couple weeks when they set that record. Unexpectedly so, as a foul is committed on this side. And Fort Cherry will have a trip to the free throw line. But definitely a cool story under bad circumstances, and credit this team for fighting through that adversity and rallying around it as well.
For sure, and on the other side, it looks like the Rangers are going to come up short of winning the second WPIAL championship, but man, they'll talk about this season down there in McDonald for a long, long time. And it's not over yet. They still get to go participate in state playoffs as well. As Owen Norman's first points.
Free throw's good for him. Trip to the free throw line presented by the law offices of Kapusta and Schweers. Second is good as well, and a timeout for head coach Eugene Briggs for the Rangers. But you're right about that. I mean, this is a 23-win season. It's not that Fort Cherry has a bad basketball program, but this is the best season in a long time for the Rangers. First championship appearance since 1961. And trying their darndest to come back and win this game, but they're trailing by 15 here with 5:49 to go. It's going to be a tall task. Come back and beat this unbeaten OLSH team, who's going to go to 23-0 if they can hold on. But the Rangers, a lot of history in that athletic program. They've got a lot to be proud of this year. There will be 6 teams from Class 2A boys that go to the state playoffs. The 6 teams, in no particular order yet because we can't set it until this game goes final, will be OLSH, Fort Cherry, Greensburg Central Catholic, Carlinton, Winchester, Thurston, and Stowe Rocks. If OLSH holds on, it would be 1 OLSH, 2 Fort Cherry, 3 Greensburg Central Catholic, 4 Carlinton, 5 Stowe Rocks, and 6 Winchester Thurston representing District 7 in the PIAA playoffs. If this was to reverse and Fort Cherry is to win this game, it would be Fort Cherry, OLSH, Carlinton, Greensburg Central Catholic, Winchester, Thurston, Stowe Rocks. But those are the 6 teams that will represent this district in the state playoffs starting on Wednesday. Just a matter of the order they finish, and that determines some home games, away games. That determines who you play as DiMichele goes inside, can't get it too strong, got it back, but they're going to whistle him for over the back.
It's got a little bit of a quicker turnaround this year for state playoffs than years past. Usually they didn't start until the week after the championship games, but this year, get right into it. That's probably a good thing. You want to go right back to playing right away. You don't want to have that time off. We saw some teams that got byes this year in the playoffs that were out for a week and a half and really struggled to win that first round game.
Teams don't like that,
no,
I don't think.
Absolutely not. It's not like football where you're okay with that rest. Maybe not that much rest, but you're okay with rest. Kirshner scores. But another foul on Kevin Wilson. Basketball is a rhythm game, you know. Like
it is.
You want to be in the gym shooting, and you can scrimmage all you want, but it's just not the same as the intensity of an actual game. And so for state playoffs, we'll probably do a practice on Monday, and then boom, right back into it Tuesday night.
You almost have to wipe the slate clean. Even if you do win a championship here, you're losing the championship. You wipe the slate clean, and you've got to go to the next challenge. That was one of the big things all the players and coaches have hit on up in the media room after games. Got a turnover against, I think it's Rogers.
Illegal screen. It was a legal
okay.
screen on Adam Wolf. He was boxing his guy out, but he was pushing him. They're just travel. A little bit of a sloppy fourth quarter here, but he was moving his guy like an offensive lineman, pushing him out of the way.
You're not allowed to do that.
No.
Sixth consecutive trip to the final for OLSH, about to win. When 4:35 goes by, it's fourth straight title, and the fourth in school history. Though they were in the finals a couple times in the 90s before Mike Rodriguez got here. It was while he was coaching elsewhere. At the high school level, had a stop as an assistant. At the college level as well with NAIA Cardinal Stritch University. Coached at Forest Hills and Windsor as well. He's over 400 head coaching wins, 200 plus here at OLSH as well. And Mike Rodriguez, and don't do anything bad. He's a former FBI special agent.
Oh, wow.
He's retired now from the FBI, but don't do anything that he'd have to investigate you for. He was high up in that FBI in Pittsburgh and some other places. He has done a great job as head coach of this OLSH program, and he's one of the better ones to deal with for us media folk in the district. Don't get me wrong, a lot of the coaches are great. Most of the coaches are great. But Mike's always been good, at least with me over the years. Eugene Briggs, too. I had a chance to talk to both of them last night in between some action here at the Pete. Go into the media room back there, give him a call. Just chat about this one today. I thought that one of the things that Eugene Briggs told me, and obviously it's not come to fruition in terms of winning this game to this point, but he said, we're taking it one game at a time, and we don't want to celebrate too much when we win. It wasn't a party after we won in the semifinal. He said, if we win this game tomorrow night, and obviously I was talking to him yesterday, he said, if we win tomorrow night, it's not going to look like New Year's Eve. And on one hand, I wanted to say, Coach, you're crazy. Like, if you win a WPIAL championship, your guys are going to go insane. And your community, your school, your students that are in the crowd, your parents and friends of the program that are in the crowd are going to go insane. But on the other hand, I really respect that mantra and that mentality. He said that this team is Kirshner goes in and scores. Nobody expects or expected Fort Cherry to win this game today around the district. I mean, they've won 62 games in a row. People don't give Fort Cherry a chance and didn't give Fort Cherry a chance in this game today. But he said, we go in expecting to win every game, and that's the mentality you have to have. Because if you go in with that Mystic Mountain mentality that we have no chance, then you're going to get blown out.
Yeah.
But I really respect that out of Coach Briggs, and I know obviously it's not going to end up happening, but that's a mentality we'll talk about here in a moment as well. This is our media timeout. Our friends at Mr. Water Heater have a message for you.
Water heater emergencies don't happen at the best times.
Honey, there's no hot water.
Mom, the water's freezing.
Get down here quick. At Mr. Water Heater, you'll talk to a real person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When the last thing you need to worry about is your hot water tank. And for quality service and better than competitive pricing,
Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater. Call Mr. Water Heater.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases, but most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis.
We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case.
If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
I had to unmute.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, anyway, regardless, come visit Slippery Rock University. On campus weekday visits and Saturday open houses are available. Join us and learn about why SRU is right for you. Register for a visit at sru.edu/visit.
Don't let it happen again, Kyle.
Nah.
That's okay. Right around 3 minutes here. That bucket for Fort Cherry by Shane Cornally. Now out to the outside. Rocco Spadafora is finally on the board. Triple from the top of the key. Makes it a 20-point game led by OLSH.
That's the first three that OLSH has hit since the first quarter.
Quick turnover. A pop from 10 won't go. DiMichele going the other way with numbers for OLSH. What a finish. Count it. And one.
Oh, man. It's going to be tough to not want to watch him play next year because he's an absolute delight to watch. I've got to see him play several times over the years. And yeah, I mean, it's just awesome. Let you know that this trip to the free throw line is brought to you by law offices of Kusta and Schweers. Medical malpractice and personal injury cases. There is no risk and no upfront fees. Learn more at kdslawoffices.com.
30, 39, 28, and now 24 in the playoff run for DiMichele. Obviously, the game's not over yet, but there's a reason he's scored 2,000 points and scores 33 points a game this year for the Chargers. This foul is against Spadafora, and free throws for Maddox Truschel. First is going to rattle out. 4A, 5A girls on your way at the Pete here. Coming up next, the 4A girls Blackhawk Knock, 5A girls Chartiers Valley South Fayette at 5 o'clock, and then Fox Chapel North Hills boys at 7 o'clock. If you haven't seen any of those teams, I'd encourage you to watch all of the games on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Not only are you going to see a ton of collegiate-bound talent for Chartiers Valley, how about that finish for Dawson Summers? That's a way to shut Kyle up.
Yeah.
Just jam it home.
Boy, and then how about a steal right after it, too? Well, he lost it out of bounds, but yeah, I have the 5A championship with Paul Patera, and if I know anything about games broadcasted by Paul Patera, it's probably going to be close.
Yeah, he always gets the good ones. That Chartiers Valley team, I think, has 6 collegiate-bound players on the team. We have a Pitt player in there, an Aislinn Malcolm. There's a Columbia player, I forget which one it is. It might be Perry Page. It's going to Columbia. She's going to go hang out with Meadow Soprano at Columbia in the Ivy League. And about a bunch of other players, 2 players, the Cowan twins, or Cowan sisters, go into Seton Hill. Northeastern, Marion Turnbull. I mean, there's a team that has a lot of collegiate talent. And then the 6A game should be fun as well. If you haven't had a chance to see, well, I can talk about North Hills too, but I had a chance to see Fox Chapel in the semifinals the other night. If you haven't seen Eli Yofan play, you're going to want to watch that Fox Chapel game. The talented all-time leading scorer of the Fox Chapel Foxes. North Hills filled with talent as well. Alex Smith, the senior, Will Blass, a senior, and of course Royce Parham is a huge name as a sophomore for the North Hills Indians. That's going to be a fun one later on tonight. Fox Chapel has won a school record 22 games in a row. You may say, shut up about those games, Kyle, but again, we got to talk about the Shield. We're putting in a lot of work here to bring you the games, and we'd encourage you to watch them all. This has been about as we expected, I think. A lot of people expected. OLSH all over the Fort Cherry Rangers with $1:51 to play.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, credit. Hey, like I said, this is going to be a great year for Fort Cherry to look back on. They're going to be able to tell their kids and then eventually their grandkids, hey, we lost to the team that set the WPIAL record for wins, but we were there. You know?
I mean, this is an experience that not everyone in the district gets to have. And you're part of these programs that get here for the first time in a long time, get to play at this building and have this championship experience. It goes a long way, I think, in shaping the rest of your high school career, and that big game experience obviously helps in other sports as well. Finishes by Truschel inside. He's got 9. Talk about collegiate-bound talent. OLSH is going to have a bunch of players go play at the college level as well. DiMichele hasn't made a decision as he goes up and under no shot. It's waved off here. It's a floor foul, but St. Francis RMU looking at him, mentioned earlier. Lehigh's looking at him, some D2 schools in the area. Rocco Spadafora is looking at Point Park, among other schools. Lucas Dashner is going to go play D3. Mike Rodriguez thinks Point Park has offered Dawson Summers. D3's, D2's looking at him as well. Kevin Wilson may go play in D3, Mike said as well. We've got a ton of collegiate-bound talent on this team, and a couple of good football players as DiMichele drops it in +1 as his good scoring day continues up to 26 points. And another chance at the free throw line. Truschel, the quarterback of the football team, a 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback this year, Truschel, and then Dylan Rogers, a big receiver for the Fort Cherry Rangers football team. He's had a couple good seasons.
They'll have Cornally coming back. He's only a freshman. He's had a good day today with 7 points. And then they'll also have Lucas Eric coming back, Owen Norman coming back. So they got some guys that have played here today. Also Adam Wolf as well. So a decent amount of returners, but they're going to lose those 2 key players, like you said.
Approaching the 1-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. DiMichele with the block, the steal going the other way with it. DiMichele spinning in the paint. Lost it for a moment, got it back, fights through the traffic and puts it up and in. Nice finish by DiMichele, despite the game being out of reach at this point. As the Rangers, near bucket there, putback chance, and 2 free throws are coming for Adam Wolf. 29.3 to go.
60-35 to score. DiMichele, I have him to 29. Is that what you have?
Yes.
Okay.
He'll be our Trib Live High School Sports Network Class 2A Boys Championship player of the game, if that wasn't obvious. Free throw no good for Wolf. One more plug to the law offices of Kapusta and Schweers. Medical malpractice, personal injury cases, no risk, no upfront fees. Learn more at kdslawoffices.com. kdslawoffices.com. And a timeout on the floor after the second one. Did that fall for Wolf? He made it?
It did, yep.
He's got 3.
So maybe you get some of the reserves in here possibly for both sides because, you know, they've been working in practice all year. Get an opportunity to play in the Peterson Event Center. Be nice for them.
These 2 teams fight on to the state playoffs Wednesday night. OLSH, the district champion here in moments, will play the 4th place team at a D6, and Fort Cherry, and I didn't bring the PIAA bracket with me over here. It's over in my bag in the media side, but the other 4 teams will be in state action as well, but Fort Cherry will play the District 10 3rd place finisher on Wednesday night. Takes 5 wins to win a state championship, trying to get to Hershey in the next couple weeks.
One thing about that, too, is you're going to go from playing in this big arena back into a high school gym, most likely. But the stakes are high because that time you don't get a redo like you do in a WPIAL tournament for some of these teams.
See if the Rangers allow OLSH to dribble this out with 20 seconds to go. This one won't be by 30 points, but it's going to be by double digits again for the Chargers, and a foul is going to send DiMichele to the free throw line with 11.7 left, a chance to get to 30 points for him.
Yep. Well, he said he's right on that every game. Tonight he hasn't, or today I should say, he hasn't had the three-ball work. He hasn't made a three-pointer in this game, but he's been good from the line. Oh, well, there's that.
Missed it. Spadafora gets it back. 5 seconds to go. The 63rd win in a row, a WPIAL record for OLSH, brings the Chargers their 4th consecutive district championship. (60-36) the final. Our Lady of Sacred Heart wins by double digits for the 59th time in their last 63 games, all victories. And 4 straight WPIAL Class 2A championships. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the medal presentation here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. It's all presented by Slippery Rock University.
It starts with a dream, and then something, someone, or someplace happens. That is the difference between those who dream and those who make it happen. An experience where you are pushed, challenged, knocked down, picked up, encouraged to do better and to be better. Make your dreams happen at Slippery Rock University. Experience the difference.
Excella Health wants to know, how can we help you today? Can we help you find a doctor? Schedule a same-day appointment. Choose just the right service for your health concern. As your healthcare partner, Excella offers hundreds of primary care and specialty doctors, along with outpatient testing, rehab, and nationally recognized heart care, surgery, and orthopedics. To learn more, visit excellahealth.org or call 1-877-771-1234.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases, but most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis.
We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case.
If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Back at the Pete, one final time for the Class 2A Boys Championship game, presented by Slippery Rock University and the Trib Live High School Sports Network medal presentation in a moment. Jaron Steele is with me. Kyle Dawson, your final thoughts before we send things down to Adam Gusky.
Well, you're going to get to see in a minute DiMichele get his 4th gold, and as well as Dawson Summers-Kirshner. What an awesome thing for them, and a great run for Fort Cherry. They get to do it again in the state playoffs. Always fun working with you, pal.
You as well, Jaron. 23-3, the record now for Fort Cherry. Gets District 10 third-place finisher in the first round Wednesday of the state playoffs, and OLSH, the district champion, gets the 4th-place finisher out of District 6. OLSH is now 23-0, has won 63 consecutive games. If they can win a state championship, they'll match the state record for consecutive wins. That is 68. Have already passed the WPIAL record, did so about a month ago, and now have a Class 2A boys basketball championship, and the trophy going back to Our Lady of Sacred Heart for the 4th consecutive season. Our fantastic crew does a great job. They'll continue to do a great job throughout the day. Colton DeBias, Alexa Marzina, Chelsea Roundtree, Jess Levo, Ty Polk, Kevin Kirsten, our general manager, Justin LeBar, and Jess Levo, our director. For Jaron Steele, Kyle Dawson, we'll send it down to public address announcer Adam Gusky. Stay with us. Class 4A girls, Class 5A girls, and Class 6A boys still coming your way as Day 3 of the 2022 WPIAL Basketball Championships at the University of Pittsburgh's Peterson Event Center continues. For now, we send it down to Adam Gusky. Let's meet the rest of the Fort Cherry Rangers getting their silver medals before we meet the 4-time defending WPIAL Class 2A Boys champion, the Our Lady of Sacred Heart Chargers.
Eli Wright. Number 31, Jonah Fender. Number 32, Chase Roble. Number 33, Evan Pond. Number 34, Ian Mawini. Number 41, Dylan Widener. Number 45, Corey Bushell. And now, to award the WPIAL 2A Boys Runner-Up Trophy to Fort Cherry, David Tumbas, Manager of Athletic Training for UPMC Sports Medicine. Fort Cherry, please send representatives to claim your trophy. Congratulations to the WPIAL 2A Boys runners-up, the Fort Cherry Rangers, on a wonderful season. And now to award the gold medals to the WPIAL 2A Boys WPIAL champions. The Our Lady of Sacred Heart Chargers. Number 0, Jake DiMichele. Number 3, Lucas Dashner. Number 35, Al Magnelli. Number 21, Nora Oros. Number 10, Nolan Randall. Number 32, Franco Smigel. Number 5, Dawson Summers. Number 23, Kevin Wilson. Number 24, Nehemiah Azim. Number 20, Rocco Coladonato. Number 13, Austin Hansen. Number 4, Bryson Kirshner. Number 2, Gianni Messner. Number 14, Lauren Planinzik. Number 25, James Safner. Number 1, Rocco Spadafora. Number 44, BJ Vaughn. Number 22, Garrett Zug. Number 40, Franklin Grayson. Number 31, Darian Greer. Number 34, Tyler Matter. Number 12, Greg Menard. Number 15, Matthew Price. Number 33, Quinn Santelli. Number 11, Dorian Tate. Assistant coach, Jamie Usual. Assistant coach, Nick Lakini. Assistant coach, Nick Cosent. Scorekeeper, Larry Usual. Assistant coach, David Quinn. Assistant coach, Rick Romsberg. And head coach, Mike Rodriguez. And now to present the WPIAL 2A Boys Championship Trophy is Michael Allison, treasurer of the WPIAL. Representatives of Our Lady of Sacred Heart, please send out some reps to gather your trophy. Congratulations to Our Lady of Sacred Heart, your 2022 WPIAL 2A Boys Basketball Champions.